What's up, man? It's your boy I Villain again today, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Listen, I know my intro was kind of trash last time, so I'm gonna make it up for y'all for this time, alright? If you're new to the channel, man, my name is Villain. I react to crime videos, and I'm a little insane in the brain, but if you watching these videos with me, you a little insane in the brain too. But if you got any ideas to do any of this stuff, or if you like to do anything like this, I don't need you to motherfucking watch this with me. I'm not gonna be to blame for your next crime, alright? But anyways, y'all, we finna go ahead and get into part 4, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. We gonna hit 400. We hit 400 subscribers, man. I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna do a giveaway if we hit 400 subscribers in the month of June. All right. I got y'all. I promise. Whatever y'all want, it's gonna be a gift card for sure. But let's go ahead and get into part 4, man.
What's up, dude?
You go.
Why do I have you?
I'm telling you, she ain't gonna get up.
Police are at the home of Norma Carricker after receiving a frantic call from her son. He was heavily drunk, but managed to say enough. Someone ran out of the house, and he heard his mother scream.
Police department. Ma'am. Oh, shit.
On one call, Neil implied he had already found his mother unresponsive, but now, in the interview room, he insisted he didn't enter her room until officers arrived. Neil would continue giving fragmented accounts throughout the interview, struggling to clearly recall important details. But in between his confused recollections, he suddenly brought up another man, someone he claimed was actively manipulating his mother, Norma.
She got a guy, I'm gonna tell you this guy, I threatened this guy. Terry is his name. And she pays her, she don't need to work 3 jobs. Tom Carricker took care of all that. She has no bills. This guy, every day, she just was on his side to sue my other sister for 30 G's. This guy runs around town. She's supporting this guy.
You just know his name's Terry?
Terry.
Though the details were disjointed, Neil seemed upset with Terry Dietz, the same man already under suspicion of Norma's murder, accusing him of taking advantage of his mother, draining her money, and turning her against the rest of the family. Neil's anger towards Terry further confirmed detectives' existing suspicions, giving them even more reason to closely scrutinize his involvement. But by now, Neil had been at the station for several hours and was becoming anxious, demanding to leave. Detectives still didn't inform him of his mother's death, and holding him any longer without explaining why was becoming difficult to justify. It was time to deliver the tragic news and brace for Neil's reaction.
No, I gotta give my sister a mom. This is gonna ruin everything. Everybody think I wanna let her down slow. And I don't want to tell her at fault for nothing.
Your mom's deceased, right?
No.
Your mom was deceased.
I said she was hurt.
Your mom's deceased. So that's why we're making this into what we need to have you around available for us, okay?
No, I'd like to see my sister.
Oh,
Well, listen, I heard you. Hold on, sit down, okay?
No.
So you're not leaving?
You're not leaving.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You're not leaving.
Oh, is that right?
Your mother's deceased. You know, you're the
What is
only
that?
person we know that saw her last that we can talk to.
I didn't see her last night.
You did too.
I seen her last night.
You walked in there when the officers asked you to. You were the last one there with her, so you're the only link we have in her.
You're the last person that saw her, correct?
I didn't see her last night until they told me to go in there.
Absolutely, we know that. But then you spoke with her at
I
8:30.
knew it.
You spoke with her at 8:30.
Call my sister and let me talk to her.
After learning of his mother's death, Neil grew increasingly agitated throughout the remainder of the interview, eventually requesting a lawyer and forcing detectives to end their questioning. With Neil shutting down the interview and refusing to cooperate further, detectives had no choice but to find another way to identify Norma's mysterious date. Hoping for a breakthrough, investigators sent officers to search for additional surveillance footage from locations Norma and her date passed by that night, and they quickly hit the jackpot. One security camera clearly captured the vehicle Norma's date was driving. By running the license plate, detectives identified him as James Carter. Detectives urgently needed to speak with James, the only other known person at Norma's house that night besides Neil. When they first approached him, he was uncooperative and outright denied seeing Norma. It wasn't until officers obtained a warrant for his cell phone data that he and his lawyer agreed to speak, on the condition that James received immunity and would not be subpoenaed for the trial. Once immunity was secured, he cooperated, provided a DNA sample, and shared his account of the evening. James explained that he met Norma on the dating site Plenty of Fish and arranged to meet at her workplace before heading to the bar for a few drinks. After leaving the bar, Norma invited him back to her house and they spent an intimate hour together at Norma's. However, James insisted Norma was alive and unharmed when he left around 11 p.m. Cell phone data corroborated his story, placing him back in St. Louis, where he lived, well before the estimated time of Norma's death. With James Carter officially cleared, the investigation was narrowed to two suspects, Neil Howard and Terry Dietz. Both men had means and opportunity. Both shared complicated, deeply rooted relationships with Norma. But without any physical evidence, detectives couldn't solve this with timelines alone. They needed a clearer understanding of Norma's personal life to pinpoint which of the two suspects was more capable of killing her. To do this, investigators brought Norma's daughters in, Andrea and Jenny, as well as Neil's girlfriend, Dawn, hoping their insights would single out the likely killer. However, these interviews would instead reveal a hidden detail from Norma's personal life, one that would turn the very people brought in to help into potential suspects themselves.
Sorry. So I greatly appreciate taking time to come and talk to me, so and the patience.
And then just, like I said, my biggest issue is, you know, I love my mom. Me and my mom have always been super close, but this Terry guy came in and he has just totally broken her down.
So, do you think Neil could end up with an issue to hurt your mom?
I don't put it past him, especially when he's drunk and drugging, and I mean, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what's been going on with Mom.
She was so in love with that man, it's sickening, you know, and just my mom's relationship with Terry meant more to her, you know, than the relationship with her daughter. Well, and I guess what I'm saying is that Terry just uses my mom, you know, for her money and calls her fat, and, you know, she just lost a bunch of weight. That being said, she would look for love on a lot of these dating sites. And so when we were living with her, she would, Andrea, come here, you know, she was talking to multiple different people, and I even said to her one time, I'm like, you're gonna end up dead. Like, you don't even know who you're talking to. I mean, I've been over there several times since then, and this is what I can tell you. My mom and Neil are both alcoholics. My mom doesn't handle hers very well. She becomes very belligerent. And every time she's been belligerent with Neil, he always tucks his head and goes downstairs. I know my brother better than anybody in this world. Like, I am my brother's keeper, for real. And he wouldn't have hurt her. He wouldn't have. I've been through this before, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Andrea and Jenny's interviews further confirmed that Norma's relationship with Terry and Neil was strained, troubled, and complicated. And Andrea's subtle mention that she'd been through this before reinforced the detective's concerns about the family's violent past. However, when Neil's girlfriend, Dawn, entered the interview room, she would reveal something detectives never saw coming: a financial motive powerful enough to make everyone close to Norma a potential suspect.
Come on, man!
What's up, dude?
Fuck. Junk just keep getting gooder and gooder, bro. Man, if you like this video, man, give it a thumbs up, man. We're gonna hit y'all with part 5 in the next video, dog. Hit that subscribe button for your boy. Alright, peace.